Hello everyone. Today I want to introduce to you what I believe is a very promising project. It's a project in the field of NFT technologies, a whole metaverse with its own economy. Overall, the scale of this project is truly impressive. And to help you understand, I also want to touch on the Decentraland project. It is owned and created by the users themselves, that is, by the community. Essentially, these are browser-based games. The project is already 2 years old and is developing actively. There are now plots of land that are worth millions of dollars. For example, there is a plot for $6 million, and huge amounts of money are being invested in the project. As an indicator, Grace Keo is making large purchases. The multi-billion-dollar market of NFT items is only at the very beginning of its development. And if you've been in crypto for a while, you know that regardless of whether the market is moving up or down, there is always, absolutely always, some kind of preparation for new directions. For example, there have been times when the Ethereum network was in high demand. Then came DeFi projects on the Ethereum network, followed by the Polkadot ecosystem, and now parachains and crowd loans. And right now, there is a quiet preparation underway for NFT technologies. In short, at the moment, we really haven't seen much when it comes to NFTs. Just collectible cards, packs, and the sale of artwork. Everything else is vague and ambiguous. Why? Because this is such a massive field that it will continue to evolve. You can get involved at an early stage, and right now you have that opportunity. If you don't know what an NFT is, it's best to learn about it. In short, NFT technology allows you to localize any item and assign value to it. For example, you can tokenize songs, paintings, cards, and much more, especially in gaming. It's a boundless universe, where you can assign value to everything in the surrounding world. You can go to a casino, listen to live music, visit a workshop, start a business, test cars, buy weapons, clothes, buildings, paintings, sounds, and much more. Anything for which there is demand and imagination. This is property just like in real life, with its own specific value. So, the BitCountry project. It is a virtual decentralized world made up of different versions of parallel universes, each with its own tokens and economy, where the community comes first. This is, in fact, a kind of socio-economic experiment. Basically, we have a metaverse, 3D worlds where you can create your own communities, and there will be politics and an economy. You'll be able to develop your own country, cities, and monetize all of this in the digital space. This model is made possible thanks to NFTs. In this way, users will be able to earn money in the digital world, just as they do in the real world, by trading assets. There is also information about tokens on the website. It's clear that tokens will not be sold anywhere until the project announces a public sale. If you see information about a sale, it's a scam. The project asks that you report this to their email address. You can also report it in the Discord or Telegram chat. Links will be in the description. There will also be a main token for the project, while tokens created by other countries will remain within this ecosystem. In other words, these are local social tokens that will be supported by the main ETHEREUM project. The ETHEREUM token will have several functions, one of which is to incentivize the community. For example, for contributions made in your country by your community. There is also governance, a voting policy. Let me remind you, all of this is an economic game on the blockchain with tokens and a real community. This project is a huge metaverse where every participant will be able to purchase property, real estate, and even build entire cities. And in these cities, you can create a payment system in the form of your own tokens, which will be backed by the new M token of this project. In short, your own economy within your cities. And if anyone doubts whether this is necessary, as usual, once there is more visual information, you will understand how much demand there will be for all of this. And where there is big money and high profits involved, everyone will want to get a piece of the pie. That's how it's always been. All the more, this will be very exciting and interesting. Monetization happens through the tokens that you create, but you pay the commission for creation, transportation, and everything else using NUM tokens. The world begins with the purchase of blocks. Then, the economy is built on tokenized assets. Shopping malls, real estate, cars, any interior details, any items. With every payment or creation, with every construction of something, you pay a commission in NUM tokens. The token distribution will be 50% for public sale and other methods of promotion to the public. 25% is allocated to investors, and another 20% is locked for the founding team. The remaining 5% goes toward development, such as grants. This includes node launches and ambassadorship. The advantages of the project are cross-chain NFTs, decentralized governance using NewM tokens, a working product on the Polkadot and Kusama platforms, NFTs of the 1155 ERC standard on the Ethereum, Polkadot and Kusama networks, and regulated gas payments, Polkadot infrastructure, security and integrity of community behavior ensured by proof of stake, and the ability to operate as a developer on the project. It's not just about creating applications. So purchasing land. Continuum is managed by the community. Topography is implemented solely through voting. New potential slots become available thanks to chain logic, which depends on the number of countries, bits, and other platform factors. Then, the available space in the continuum is auctioned off to the participant who offers the highest price, and they are granted the right to occupy the slot with their BitCountry. Once the BitCountry is in the continuum, its currency is listed on the DEX, and the BitCountry begins to receive network rewards. A plot is allocated, a block, people declare their participation, and place bids. Next, everything proceeds as an auction, and the highest bid wins. The winner takes the plot block and begins to develop their economy on it. Participants can move from one block to another. In fact, the project has countless variable functions. The scale of the universe is indescribable, offering opportunities for a huge number of people. The project is at an early stage. I believe that demand will be high. According to the roadmap, the first and second points are early access and the release of early stage results. This concerns the ambassador program, node launching, and applying for early access registration. The third is the launch on Kusama. Everyone knows that parachain auctions are currently taking place. Well, basically this is happening during the summer. The fourth point is the launch of cross-chain NFT assets and their support across different network chains. The fifth is the full launch of parachain operations with all networks. Also, when you create or build something in your own world, everything is managed through a DAO. This is when participants use the city or country's internal token to approve decisions through voting. From the investors, it's clear that they have received a grant from the Web3 Foundation and Blockchain Accelerator. They mainly support powerful technologies. They also actively participate in development and are constantly improving their skills. There are many funds involved, many of which I don't know, but there are also some well-known ones. Republic immediately stands out. For me, that's top tier. AU21, OKX, NGC Ventures, Moonrock remarks, I can't really judge the top investors since I don't know many of them, but I understand that there could be some pleasant surprises here. The project also raised $4 million from investors in the first round. The product is fully technically implemented. It just needs a bit of final polishing. Also, a testnet is already deployed on the Polkadot network. Everything is working, nodes are being launched, tokens are being nominated, validators are operating, but I'll cover that in a separate video. The project involves many developers and designers from all over the world. We see Mr. Beast, an American YouTube blogger with an audience of over 64 million people. KSI, I don't really know who this guy is, but apparently he's some kind of musician. He also has almost 10 million subscribers. There's Laserbeam, who also has a ton of subscribers. And here we have Fresh, apparently a video game creator as well. A large audience is following him. And so this guy is somehow connected to video games. Overall, I have a very positive opinion about the project. The project is truly large-scale and interesting. I think it will definitely be in demand. I hope this review was useful for everyone. Rate the video, leave likes or dislikes, and subscribe to my channel. All the links are in the description. Goodbye, everyone.